Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
It's time to start planning for back to school. That's why I got my kids vaccinated for COVID-19. Kids 12 and older can get vaccinated. The vaccines have been researched and tested. They're safe and they work. And I hope everyone will choose to get vaccinated too.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
We're a valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
I'm Dr. Christine Hahn. I'm an infectious disease doctor, and I'm Idaho's medical director for public health. It's my mission to keep our communities healthy and safe. That's why I believe every Idahoan should get their COVID-19 vaccine. The vaccine's been tested. It's proving to be very safe, and it's the most effective tool we have to stop the spread.
Walk into a pharmacy or visit covidvaccine.idaho.gov to find your free COVID-19 vaccine.
Centennial will receive to start the game.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to an IdahoSports.com game streams production of Treasure Valley Game Night, presented by Mountain West Bank. Also brought to you in part by your local Toyota dealer, Project Filter, and Valley-Wide Cooperative. We'd also like to thank our local advertisers tonight. Our power boosters are Big Judd's and Ultimate Heating and Air. And our webcast sponsors are Bob's Bicycles of Boise and Big Judd's. Well, hi, everybody. Wayne DeZoo back, along with Adam Bridges, and welcome to another high school football presentation here on IdahoSports.com. Tonight at Meridian High School, it's the Meridian Warriors hosting the Patriots of Centennial. Warriors are 0-1. They lost last week, and we had that ball game right here for you on IdahoSports.com, 14-13. Close one. Eli Arsenault missed that 33-yard field goal attempt. Couldn't quite get it through. Meanwhile, Centennial's 1-0, coached by Matt Green. They beat Hawaii last week, 57-30. All right, we're ready to go here. It was Meridian won the toss. They decided to defer to the second half, and they will kick off to Centennial. And deep for Centennial is Jacob Carney, and also back there, Orlando Clay Jr. So Clay Jr. and Carney getting ready to receive this kick. And we are underway. It's deep. And it's going to be number 28. That's Clay Jr. Picks it up. Jr. not going to get very far. He caught it at about the 13-yard line. Got it out to the 19 is where they're going to say. So a 6-yard return is all. And that'll put Centennial on offense for the first time tonight. First chance that we get to see their quarterback, Keon Horton. Keon Horton's a senior. He's 6 foot, 180 pounds. And in the backfield, he's going to have Dominique Hines. Got a couple of guys in the backfield with him here. Dominique Hines is back there. And also Clay Jr. So here we go. Keon hands it off to Clay Jr. trying to go left side. Can't do it. He is taken down there. Wow.
Yeah, that Meridian defense really just swarmed over on that play.
So Meridian was all over that one to start things off, but it's a safe play for Centennial to start things. Remember last year, Centennial, kind of a rough year, 0-6. Matt Green took him over, said there's not much he could do to put it together, and then with COVID and everything going on, he just had to figure it out. So Keon sends a man in motion. That's Condor. Back to pass, throws underneath the coverage. The pass is complete to Hines, and Hines is across the 25. They're going to put him right down at the 25. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 4 for Centennial. Patriots, the recipient of 5 turnovers from Hawaii last year, and they scored on 2 of them. So that's part of the reason they had 57 points against the Storm last week in Hawaii's first game ever as a football program here in the Valley. So a 3rd down and 4 for the Patriots at their own 25-yard line. Keon rolls to the right, looks back, in trouble. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Yep, he's out at the 25 and the 27-yard line. And Keon probably needed to make a decision to run quicker, and I think he could have gotten the first down, but as a result, it's going to be 4th down and about 2.
Looks like Ryan Porter on the tackle.
Yeah, that was a nice move by the quarterback there, just being able to shake off the defender and being able to get something out of a play that looked like it was essentially dead.
Yeah, he kind of wanted to go back the other way and against the grain, but it wasn't there. It was taken away. The only thing Keon did wrong there is he didn't quite, make a decision up. So here's Truman Campbell. Nice, and a nice spiral punt. Going to come down to the 29-yard line. And that's taken there by number 1, Judah Argon. And he doesn't get very much. He gets about a yard is all. But it'll be at the 25-yard line, and that's where the Patriots will take over. The big story of the Patriots, of course, is that Malachi Martinez, their starting quarterback, was hurt against Mountain View late in the ball game. And so he is in street clothes tonight. He was out there on the practice field helping his teammate out best he could. But the guy that's going to start for him is Brady Lindley. So Lindley at quarterback and hands it off. Antonacci, the running back, out across the 40 to the 42-yard line. So they begin with Cross Antonacci, the senior, 5'11", 205 pounds. And Antonacci with 8 yards.
Yeah, the run game was a really strong part of their offense last game against Mountain View. I wouldn't be surprised to see it this game. 2
things that impressed me last week, Adam, were the fact that they had Antonacci running so hard, but also they got 3 great big wide receivers, and we'll talk about them in a minute. Lindley hands it off again. Antonacci, and he's got a first down across the 45 to the 47. They finally blow the whistle. Here's the deal on Lindley. They're probably just saying, look, Cross is your good buddy. He's your best friend out there. I know you're a little bit nervous about starting this ball game, but we're going to let you take the ball, hand it off to Antonacci, and he'll do the rest. Don't worry about anything. So it may be a while before we see him pass.
Yeah, it's really nice to have someone like a supporting cast like Antonacci to really take some of that pressure off you.
Well, Quentin Riley and Davis Thacker go wide to the left. And again, Antonacci, nope. Yep, Antonacci, the running back, bounces it outside across midfield, down to the 49-yard line. Pickup of about 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5. So when you get a new QB in there, and you got, he's probably got the jitters, you just say, here's a veteran. Antonacci will make it happen. And right now they've got 1 first down. They got 2nd down and 5. So far it's working out perfectly. Probably for Lindley, the biggest problem he's got is trying to figure out how in the heck he can run off the field, back on the field, talk to the coach. That's a whole bunch of different sprints. And we got a little bit of a problem here. They had a new running back come in, number 23, Marco Del Rio. And for some reason, they sent him off. Apparently, I know what it was. He had his pants up above his knees, so his kneecaps were showing. Not a good thing, so Cross Antonacci comes in. I forgot about that rule. Yeah, he was being cool. He had those pants right up above those knees, so the kneecaps were showing. No good. Antonacci again. Tripped up in the backfield. He falls forward, though. But good job by Centennial. Big number 50 getting on that one. That's Justin Pettick.
Yeah, with the knees being rolled up, you got to look good for those fans when you're out there on the field.
Yeah, but you got to look for it good for the officials. The officials didn't like it. They said he looked too good.
Yeah, now he's looking good on the sideline.
Yeah, exactly. That'll get you.
Yeah.
That was a big play right there by Pettick, and so that means it's 3rd down and 4 for Meridian. So this may be the first time that we see Lindley go to the air. Maybe not. Antonacci's to his right. Antonacci goes out. Lindley looking for the pass. Throws over the middle. Incomplete. Boy, I tell you what, that could have been intercepted.
Yeah.
Jacob Carney had an eyeball on that, number 24 for Centennial. And if he had gotten that puppy, he had his eyes on the quarterback. So 4th down, but a nice pass. As far as tight spiral, looked good. A lot of velocity on Lindley's part, but they're going to have to punt.
Yeah, he really put it up really high for his receiver to try to get him to get a really good play on the ball.
So it'll be Nathan Reynolds coming in to kick it away. He's at his 42-yard line. High snap, takes it. Nice punt. Clay Jr. looks into the sun, grabs it at the 5-yard line, spins around, heads up the middle, breaks through a hole, 20, cuts down the sidelines. He's at the 30, 35, 40, one man to beat, and it's the kicker, and he can't get by Nathan Reynolds, who knocks him out of bounds with authority, and that brought a big ooh from the Meridian crowd, but a great big return for the Patriots there by Clay Jr. all the way to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, it was a nice job by Reynolds to be really alert. Sometimes those punters aren't really expecting the play to get to them, and they'd be the only line of defense. But in that play, he was really ready for that.
Unfortunately, most punters are like, maybe 5'8", 5'9". Reynolds is 6'4", 220.
Yeah.
So he put a licking on Clay Jr.
Yeah, he's really that new breed of punters.
New breed of football player anymore. They're all big.
Yeah.
I don't know why I ever played the game. They scare me now. So out at the 48-yard line, great field position. Handoff, Clay Jr., and almost a miss handoff there by Keon. Keon, I think, wanted to keep it on a quarterback option, and Clay Jr. took it away from him, and Keon was going, hey, I wanted that ball.
Yeah, that's the thing about read option is that you really have to have some connection between your quarterback and your running back to really know what's going on.
Absolutely. That's how fumbles happen.
Yeah.
All right, new running back in there for Centennial. That's Joshua DeChambeau. And DeChambeau in the block. Here comes the blitz. They got a man wide open, incomplete, and it should have been caught by Conder. Wow. You know what? I got to hand it to Keon. The blitz came right up the middle. DeChambeau kind of picked up the blitz for Centennial, but, the pass was thrown, and Conder, just maybe a foot beyond his fingertips.
Yeah, that was a very close pass. It was just a couple inches off. It might have been a really great completion.
All right, 3rd down and 10. Here comes the blitz. Or they're showing blitz anyway, and we got a flag. So Meridian showed the blitz. Did that have one of the Patriots, or did the Patriots? Now, yeah, it's going to be the Patriots. So one of the linemen kind of flinched when he saw that blitz coming. And it moves it back 5 yards, back to the 44-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 15.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate because that was a 3rd and 10, but it's really just making it way worse on them.
Yeah. So here we go. Let's see what Keon can do. They're coming after him again. Keon loses the ball, gets it back, rolling to his left. He's a left-hander. He's going to tuck it and run, and he's brought down at the 49-yard line of Meridian. Well short of a 1st down. It'll be 4th down and about 8. That'll make it 7.
Yeah, it looked like he was about to throw it on there, but ended up just deciding to tuck it running.
You got to remember, Keon is a lefty, so he was rolling to his left, prefers that.
I apologize, I do not have him in the program.
And here comes Truman Campbell.
Back to receive.
Ready to kick it away. Campbell, a soccer player, just added to the roster. The PA guy was saying he didn't have him. I saw that he was out there. Argonne looks at it, and it goes out of bounds. It's a short kick. Let's see where they mark it out of bounds. The officials going to check it out. He's at they're going to say right at the 12-yard line, so not a bad punt at all. I couldn't have an angle from here. It looked like it should be at the 20 or so, but the official said nope, right at the 12-yard line. So that's where Meridian will have the football at the 12-yard line. And here comes the young Brady Lindley, and they're a junior, 5'11", 165 pounds.
Yeah, let's see what he can do in this close quarter situation.
He's got some big receivers. He's got 4 of them set out there. And he hands it off to Antonacci up the middle, and Antonacci across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Everybody's got a new scoreboard here. I got to hand it to Idaho Central Credit Union. Man, last week, beautiful scoreboard over at Mountain View, then here tonight at Meridian. Another beautiful scoreboard. We were talking, boy, they have invested heavily in high school sports here in the Valley.
Yeah, these new scoreboards really give them more versatility on what they could put on there.
2nd down and 6. Antonacci again up the middle. And, boy, he falls forward. You're not going to knock him backwards. He just keeps coming at you out to the 21-yard line, 3rd down and 2. Antonacci weighs in at 205 pounds. He's 5'11", so he's one of those guys. He's that. I found that to be the toughest back to bring down, the 5'11", 210 guy. They are just like fire hoses. I mean, they're fire hydrants. They're tough.
Yeah, especially with his ability to move with his legs and just really fancy footwork.
Beautiful night for a football game. A little bit warm, about 79 degrees at kickoff. Flag goes down. That could be a legal procedure. False start against Meridian. Remember the Warriors 0-1. Lost 14-13 at Mountain View last week on a missed field goal by Eli Arsenault. He missed it by that much, and of course the coaching staff at Meridian thought that the kick was so high that it actually was good, but the officials missed it. So they felt it was that close. So the bottom line is it was that close. We talked about them leaving it on the left hash mark. We thought if they brought it to the middle of the field for the field goal try that he would make it. And apparently that would have been the case. So now it's 3rd down and 7. Back to pass, Lindley throws it underneath the little bubble screen and nothing there. Boy, the Patriots all over that. Blow the whistle, guys. I know he's still standing up, but my goodness. Blow the whistle. Holy Toledo. That's how kids get hurt.
Yeah, going back to last game, it was very one-sided in that first half where it was 13-0 Meridian, but then Mountain View came out at halftime and really just set the tone and ended up getting 14-13.
So Nathan Reynolds back to kick it again, and Clay Jr. going to be standing right at midfield, looking into that sun. It's setting now. His field runs east-west, and right now the Patriots are looking right into that setting sun. Good snap, good kick. Jr. back to get it, catches it at the 42 to the outside, makes one man miss, jukes a little bit, then a flag goes down at midfield, and the ball came loose. Somehow Meridian came up with it, and let's see what we got. Did a whistle blow?
No, I didn't hear a whistle. And it seems like it might be a flag on Centennial as well.
Well, the ball was picked up that time by Landon Eason, and he ran it in, but the officials aren't looking at that as a touchdown. They just kind of looked at that and said, go, son, do a wind sprint if you want. Ball was down at the 49-yard line, and let's see what the penalty is. Holding against Centennial.
So it looks like the runner was called down before the fumble, but we do have holding, so that will bring the ball back.
Almost hard not to hold. I tell you what, Clay Jr. is making so many moves. He was like, like he was in a disco joint. He was just dancing all over the place.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that they I guess they called the play dead, because if they didn't, then that would have been a touchdown for Meridian.
He was down. They were saying he was down. The whistle blew, and Meridian just kind of picked up the ball and took off with it. So it's going to be first down for the Patriots at their own 39-yard line. And they're looking at the football now, deciding whether that's the one they want to play with. Each team can play with the ball they brought.
Yeah, some quarterbacks have have one ball that they're really specific and really keen on using some of these times.
In basketball, you got to play with the ball that the home team has. And there's a couple times when I was calling Boise State games, I remember specifically at Nevada, they used a Nike ball. Nobody else was using that Nike ball, and it was so different that the players actually said it was really weird. They couldn't shoot it the way they shot the ball they had all the time in practice. So, and not only that, but Nevada was pretty good too.
Yeah, especially with the game really centric on muscle memory, it might be really hard for them to.
Yeah, muscle memory. I've got muscle memory. Got to have muscle to have memory, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Pass out to the outside, incomplete. Quick little pass into the flat by Keon, and that one was intended right out there for Peyton Allen. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, great job by number 4, Ashton Gardner, to really step up and really force that incompletion there.
Yeah, he had one-on-one coverage, too. He was doing a pretty good job there.
Yeah, he played it really a forward and then just went downfield to really just attack the ball.
So fast-moving first quarter. We got 2:57 to go here in the first quarter. No score yet. Meridian and Centennial right here at Meridian High School. Wayne DeZuback, Adam Bridges with you on IdahoSports.com. 5A football. Pass out on the flat. It's complete out there to Hines. And Hines across the 45 to the 50 and across midfield. Let's see where they put him. They're going to put him all the way down to the 46-yard line. That's good for a first down pickup of 14 yards.
Yeah, that was a great play call by Centennial, really taking advantage of Meridian's cushions.
What really surprised me was that Hines was wide open, Adam.
Yeah.
I mean, there was nobody there on him. Now he's got one-on-one coverage, but Hines found himself so wide open, the biggest problem he had was just catching the ball because he wanted to run. So Hines got tight one-on-one coverage, no cushion this time. He's got about a 3-yard cushion is all, if that. Back to pass. Keon rolling to his right. He's a left-handed. Has to come back to his left. Now he's got a wide open field, but he's tripped up in the backfield. Man, he had a wide open field. At the last second, he was brought down by big number 55. Wow. That's Carson Pinkerman.
Funny thing about Carson Pinkerman was he's actually a quarterback his freshman year.
Really, 6'2", 225. Kind of big for a QB, but you know what? I guess that's good.
Yeah, when I was playing on the JV team, he was the freshman quarterback playing on the JV team, and he was a left-handed quarterback as well.
Well, from quarterback to sacking back. He sacked that guy that time. So it's 2nd down and a whole bunch of yards to go. 2nd down and 22. Ball back at the 41-yard line. Keon got his man back there with him. That's DeChambeau. DeChambeau goes out on the flat. Keon looking down the field. Looks down, now throws to DeChambeau and overthrows everybody. He just kind of let that one go, but you know what? He kind of had DeChambeau underneath the coverage. He threw it for Hines, who was deep.
Covered nicely by number 4, Ashton Gardner.
So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 22. Let's see what we got on the field there. We got somebody's.
Yeah, it looks like a towel sometimes.
Yeah, they got a towel out there. Official will go over and pick it up. Maybe not.
Yeah, like we're talking about with fashion on the field, sometimes they like to have their towels and stuff, really just look all swagged out and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. That was me when I was playing, all swagged out.
Yeah.
I didn't even know the word swag. All right, 3rd down and 22, man in motion. That's number 11. That's Holiday. Back to pass. Keon steps it up, and now he's going to run it. Spins, and he gets all the way out to the 50-yard line, but he needed 22, and he got about 10. So it's going to leave him with 4th down and 12 at midfield. Keon really would – I like the fact that he would rather pass than run. But the problem is that when he decides to run, he's got to make that decision now and just go and tuck it. You can't just play around with it or else you're going to get hurt.
Yeah, it kind of seems like he's hesitating a little bit, and that's kind of causing for some of these plays where he could get a little bit more yards.
So Truman Campbell back to kick it away. Campbell, low liner this time. Argonne takes it at the 12-yard line. Gets by one wave of defenders out to the 20, 25, weaves his way to the 30. Look out, 40. Got one man to beat, Campbell, and Campbell's gonna, no, he doesn't quite bring him down, but he slows him down and finally gets him at the 40-yard line. So Truman Campbell, the kicker, was able to get Argonne, slow him down, never wrapped him up, but then he did. It's kind of like a little bear hug later and brought him down at the 40. But what great field position now for the Warriors.
Yeah, that certainly looked different than Nathan Reynolds earlier on, just really laying the wood on that.
Well, Campbell's the soccer guy.
Yeah.
Campbell plays soccer. He doesn't tackle. Well, they tackle, but that means you slide and you kick the ball. You don't hit a guy.
Well, that and also Nathan Reynolds is 6'4" and 220.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. That's what I'm talking about. All right, back to pass. Lindley thrown down the sideline. Has a man. Complete. We got a flag now.
He really let that flag fly there.
Yeah. Let's see what that's all about.
Probably threw that flag like a solid 20 yards there.
Well, Davis Thacker, he's big. He caught the ball going down the sidelines. Let's see if there was pass interference because he did catch it.
Yeah, there was a little contact at in that 10-yard range.
Holding. That's declined because of the play. So defensive holding, that would have given them an automatic first down, but they already got that and then some all the way down to the 18-yard line on the catch by Davis Thacker, who is 6'4", 200 pounds. We talked about him. We've talked about Nathan Reynolds being 6'4", 220 pounds. How about Quentin Riley, 6'3", 190 pounds? We talked about that last week, this great wide receiving core, and most of them are wide to the right here, including number 84, Tyson Acree. He's the smallest of the bunch. The pass underneath, it goes to Thacker. Thacker, the 10, the 5, touchdown. Davis Thacker all by himself. And we have the first score of the night. 6-0 Meridian as the Warriors strike first here with 22 seconds to go in the first period.
Yeah, it was a nice play by Thacker, really making the man miss in the backfield and being able to make it the distance to the end zone.
Remember that. That was the Thacker drive right there where he caught that big ball down the sideline for about a 25-yard gain. Then the touchdown, so Thacker puts Meridian on the board. And the extra point attempt coming up here.
Yeah, last game they ended up missing an extra point, so let's see if he's able to make it here.
Cademan Wren coming on to try that extra point. Hold is down, kick is low, but it scoots right through the middle. At about 3 feet over the crossbar, but it made it. And it has some serious juice on it. So 7-0 in favor of the Meridian Warriors.
Yeah, on that extra point, it looked like Centennial really swarmed over the ball and almost even deflected on that one.
You know, folks, featured on Man vs. Food and 101 tastiest places to chow down, we're talking Big Judd's. It's one of the most fun and unique dining experiences in Idaho. They hand-make burger patties every day, only use fresh local produce, and, of course, they always use Idaho potatoes for their famous fresh-cut fries. If you're up for a challenge, try the Big Judd's special world-famous 1-pound burger with all the fixings, along with a basket of large fries. Now, if you can finish it in less than 30 minutes, you'll get your picture on the Wall of Fame. Stop in and say hi. They're at 3030 East Overland Road. That's right there near the Majestic Theater in Meridian. And don't forget to check them out online at BigJuds.com. Big Judd's in Meridian, proud to support student athletes. Wayne DeZoo back. Adam Bridges with you right here on IdahoSports.com. 5A action on a Friday night. Had action last night. Did the Ridgeview Timberline game. Timberline a 48-15 winner over Ridgeview. Timberline now 2-0. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that they're starting to play some more games on Thursday night. It used to just only be a Friday night thing for high school football, but it seems like now it's more Thursday and Friday.
So here we go, getting ready to kick it off again. This is Wren. He'll put a foot into it, kicks it deep. It's going to come down to number 24 this time of Meridian, and that, of course, is Jacob Carney. Carney across the 20, out to the 25, and down at about the 27-yard line. Now, the Patriots put 57 points on the scoreboard last week against Owyhee. The Owyhee Storm playing their first game ever as a high school in the Treasure Valley. First football game. They had played a soccer game, a couple of soccer games earlier, but the football team making its debut last Friday night. And they turned the ball over. Owyhee did 5 times. And Centennial checked in a couple of times. Here comes a guy late to the lineup. You're going to wait for him to come in. Yeah. And that's a key guy. So he's checked in now, number 24, Carney. Handoff up the middle. Clay Jr. breaks a tackle. Gets across the 30 out to the 33-yard line. Pickup of 7. It'll be second down and 3. Nice gain on first down by Clay Jr.
Yeah, you were talking about how they played Milwaukee last week, but this is definitely no Milwaukee. Meridian's really just settled, have been here for a while, and now they're just ready to assert their dominance over the league.
Well, Centennial, as we mentioned, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So we're going to take a break. We'll come back in a moment. Our score here at after one period of play at Meridian High School: the Warriors 7, Patriots nothing on IdahoSports.com.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
All right, we're back here at Meridian getting ready for the second period of play. So right now the big difference in this game, really I think as far as playing conditions go, is the sun. So now it'll be the Patriots going away from the sun, but the receivers now will be looking back into it. It's just, in about a half hour from now it won't be a factor, but it's a little bit of a factor right now. Hand off to Clay Jr. He spins, gets out near the 40, pick up a 3 or maybe 4. That's going to be good for a first down.
Yeah, you're talking about the sun. Meridian was able to set their pass game against the sun. It will be interesting to see if they'll be able to do it in the sun this time.
I think the big thing is just really the kicker. When you kick with the sun behind you and the guy's got to catch it, but Clay Jr. did a good job. He caught all those balls, fought off that big sun, and there's not a cloud in the sky. About 79 degrees at game time. Keon hands off to Clay Jr., bounces it outside, keeps bouncing it outside, cross midfield to the 49-yard line. Flag at the end of that play. We'll see what that's all about. If it's not against the Patriots, that'll be an 11-yard gain and a first down.
Yeah, one of my coaches told me that if it's a really good play, then it's usually a holding.
But it happened right at the end of the play there, Adam. So sometimes you got to think that maybe somebody did something right at the sidelines, and that's what happened. It was right at the very end when Clay Jr. went out of bounds. So it's kind of like probably a personal foul, and they're marking it off against Meridian, and all of a sudden Patriots are going to have the ball all the way down at the 34-yard line. Let me see. They didn't give us a signal, but it was definitely against Meridian. So first down and 10 for the Patriots at the Meridian 34-yard line. Down 7-0. Centennial trying to even it up. Orlando Clay Jr. nowhere to go at the line of scrimmage. He is brought down there. A lot of guys in there, including Jacob Hartsoe, number 51. Second and 10. Let's see if Keon decides to go to the air. They've gone to Clay Jr. a couple of times. He's got some key guys. He's got Peyton Allen to the near side. And they stay with Clay Jr. up the middle. He gets down to the Thuder. And Orlando Clay Jr.
Yeah, so far both of these quarterbacks have shown really great promise and have played really great so far.
Keon Horton has been around for a while, so...
Yeah, he kind of already knows what he's doing. He's already established himself.
So Keon Horton. Flag goes down. Illegal procedure, and just like that, from a 3rd down and 6, it's going to go 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, Horton really looks unhappy with that call. He's waving his hands, looking at the ref like, come on.
So I'll tell you what, now they got to look at it a little bit differently. 5-yard penalty. 3rd and long. Couple of receivers, both sides, right and left. Clay Jr., the lone running back. I think he's back there to block. He is. Back to pass is Horton. Horton throws deep down the field. And I'm not sure what happened there. It goes incomplete, but Benjamin Condor, instead of running for the ball, was looking over the official, pleading his case. He's got red gloves on, and he was out there just kind of pleading his case to the official way before the ball ever hit the ground in the end zone. And he may have had a point, but really you got to play that ball and go after it.
Yeah, the thing is that these receivers, regardless of what the DB is doing, they have to do their job. And if, the corner is holding them, then hopefully you have to hope that the refs will catch it.
Yeah, you hope, but you can't sit there and plead your case before the play is over. You got to make it happen. So Meridian has nobody back. Campbell is just going to little pooch kick. And with nobody back there, let's hope they get a bounce. That's what they're hoping for. They got our coverage man down there right at the 1 yard line. What a great play. And the guy we were just talking about, Benjamin Condor, who was pleading his case, makes a great play. That was perfectly executed by the Patriots.
Yeah, he really put himself right in front of that ball, making sure it really doesn't pass that goal line.
We talk about soccer players. He was like a soccer goalie that time. He got right in front of the ball, saw it coming to him, and just kind of made sure he was out of the end zone and put that ball down. And I believe it's actually inside the 1, Adam.
Yeah, that looks like just an inch away from the goal line.
Pretty good stuff. What a beautiful night. Really is a gorgeous night. We've had so much smoke in the valley lately with a little breeze that we've got. This may be one of the prettiest nights we've had in a long time.
Yeah, it really seems like it's cleared up today.
So Lindley at quarterback. The whole backfield is in the, matter of fact, the whole offensive line, everybody in the offensive line is standing in the end zone. Hand it off. Antonacci and hello out to the 15-yard line. Cross Antonacci. You're in the end zone? No problem. Hand it off to Cross.
Yeah, it was a really great play, really just knowing that they need to get some cushion yards, but is able to get the first down instead.
So out at the 15-yard line, at basically a 15-yard gain for Cross Antonacci. A little bit of breathing room, as they say. Go ahead.
New quarterback is in.
Oh, who do they have in there now?
Number 25.
That is Martinez's little brother. We talked about it. Martinez passing the ball, has a man open, caught at midfield, and it's going to be another big first down. And how about that catch that time by Quentin Riley? And how about the throw by Zeke Martinez, the brother of Malachi Martinez, who is just a freshman? And thank you for noticing he was in there.
Yeah, he really set the tone with that play. First play, huge gain. Yeah, that really sets the tone. Really heartbreaking for this defense.
Well, his brother, Malachi, shoulder separation in that Mountain View game. It's not that bad. He could be back next week, but freshman Zeke hands it off to Antonacci. Antonacci breaks tackles down to the 34-yard line. And that's a 14-yard gain, another first down for Meridian. So here you got a freshman. You got a freshman and you got your senior quarterback in Malachi. The two of them in the same household. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy that he's able to, with the first play, set the tone right there when it's a huge pressure for the freshman to come in there.
Well, what killed me is that the coaches let him do it. They said, go ahead, dude. They told me he was good. Antonacci carries it, spins down close to the 30-yard line. Nobody stops him in the first time. He just keeps it going. So he's got it at the 30. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, it is kind of funny that they put the freshman in. They're just like, yeah, just chuck it deep. Just do whatever. Make a play.
That's so much confidence. He's 5'10", 175 pounds as a freshman.
Yeah, he was splitting reps, it looked like, with the starting play before the game started, like in the practice. So.
Yeah, I talked to some of the officials here at Meridian. They said there was a good possibility that Zeke might see action, but I didn't think he would see it this early. 7-0. Meridian leads it, second quarter. Back to pass. Flips it. A little high, but caught there. Nice caught by Tyson Acree. And Acree out of bounds at the 17 or 18-yard line. First down for Meridian. Tyson Acree is a junior, 5'10", 170 pounds.
Well, it's really nice to get the freshman some reps at the end varsity because he's probably going to be the future of this franchise or this program. So really nice to get him some quality play time.
Sure got to love having a freshman with that kind of talent. Back there. Hands the ball up the middle. New runner in there. That's Marco Del Rio. Marco Del Rio inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line. That's going to be close to a first down, folks. Let's see if it's a first down or not. It's real close, about a foot away. They don't go for the measurement, so they can feel it's got second down and a foot. So Del Rio stays in the ball game right now. And an official timeout. And got some blood on the arm there of the receiver, Quentin Riley. So Quentin's going to have to come over, and they're going to put a Band-Aid on it. In the meantime, we're ready to go. Somebody replaces Riley. Del Rio takes it. Del Rio off the left side, cuts it in, falls into the end zone, touchdown. 6:47 to go here in the first half, and it's 13-0 in favor of the Meridian Warriors. And boy, that drive was sparked by a freshman named Zeke Martinez, 5'10", 175 pounds. His brother Malachi Martinez, the starting quarterback until the last series last week against Mountain View when he had a shoulder injury, but they tell me he probably will be back, Malachi, next week, if he can get his job back.
Yeah.
Little brother may take it away from him. Here's Wren for the extra point. Again, low kick, line drive, it's good. 14-0. 6:47 to go here in the first half. You know, Bob's Bicycles on Fairview and Boise, they're family-owned, folks, and they have been since 1979. And their selection of mountain bikes, road bikes, BMX, cruisers, and comfort bikes is second to none. Whether online at bob-bicycles.com or on the showroom floor, Bob's Bicycles will have the bike, the accessory, and the clothing to fit your needs. And they've got in-store financing. We're talking about 6 months, no interest. Stop in. Say hi to Vern. It's Bob's Bicycles, serving Idaho for more than 40 years and proud to support Idaho student athletes. I'll tell you what, good people down there. I bought a couple of bikes from them like about 5 years ago, and they are doing great. And, of course, anytime you need help, they can take care of it for you. And then, of course, Logan Green bought a couple of bikes last year, and he's happy as a clam with that.
Yeah, it's really nice to bike, especially in this weather here.
Yep. So here we go. It'll be Wren kicking it off again. Patriots need to get some offense going. They had some stuff going there. Clay Jr. will be back deep, as will number 24, Carney, Jacob Carney. And Orlando Clay Jr. Here's the kick. And it's going to be Carney taking it at the 12, 15, 20, cuts it outside. And it's going to be cut down short of the 25. So he got across the 20, and then he met up with some interference, and he is brought down. Big game going on tonight over at Rocky Mountain High School. Mountain View and Rocky going after each other. Rocky, of course, hadn't played in about, a couple of weeks almost, because they played at Highland to start the season a week early, so had to bye the first real week of the season. They beat Highland 12-7, and there's a snap, and the quarterback Horton wasn't ready for it, but alertly he falls on it, but it's going to be a big loss. The snap, the center just snapped it. The quarterback was still trying to call out signals to everybody else and communicate with his offensive line, and the center just said, here's the ball.
Yeah, it kind of looked like he was trying to call timeout, and then the ball ended up snapping, and apparently they didn't call that timeout.
So second down, loss of, 9 yards, second down 19. And a flag goes, it's going to be procedure. And so right now Horton having a real hard time controlling this offense. That'll back it up. It'll be second down and 14 now. I'm sorry, second down 19.
This is definitely not what you want to do on a drive when you really need to score.
So all the way back inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. And then Finally, Meridian jumps offside, so that helps out a little bit. They get that. Carson Pinkerman, as you said, a former quarterback, apparently anticipated the count and came over the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he's ready to attack the backfield on that play.
So that negates the procedure penalty. They're back to a 2nd down and 14. Horton is kind of looking over the sidelines, waiting for some kind of a play. Now he goes. Now he's talking to him. Again, a little disorganized the Patriots are. Back to pass. Horton whips it, and incomplete. Intended for Hines.
Yeah, it looked like the receiver just had one little step over the defensive back, and it just ended up, if he would have caught that, that would have been a nice catch.
Yeah, he had a little slant play coming in there, and he just kind of had to lead him a little bit more inside, not so much outside, because the defender was doing a good job going with him. So 3rd and long.
Yeah, when I used to play corner, I absolutely hated covering slant routes because it's just a 1-2 steps inward.
All you can do is control the damage because you almost can't, stop the completion.
Yeah.
Back to pass. Horton being chased, and going to be sacked all the way back at the 6-yard line. And, man, he had everybody in his face. One guy I saw was Nathan Reynolds, a 6'4", 220-pounder chasing him. There are a couple of other guys that joined in the fun.
Nathan Reynolds and Jacob Hartzell.
Jacob Hartzell was the other guy.
Yeah, it looked like he almost lost the football on that play as well.
Boy, that's one thing that's what I was talking about. He's got to make a decision when he's in trouble. He's got to tuck it and get it in there and protect that ball. He kind of holds it out there in his left hand. So from the end zone, the punt, and it's going to be low, end over end, and takes just checks right up at the 38-yard line and takes a backward bounce, and Meridian's going to have a great field position at the 37-yard line of the Patriots. Everything so far that could go wrong for Centennial is starting to go wrong.
Now let's see what the quarterback they have out in this play.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know that I would make any changes. They got, right here, Zeke is coming in, Zeke Martinez. He's just there talking to the coach. That's where they get their signals. That's the only problem about being the Meridian quarterback. You've got to come all the way over to the sidelines every play. When the ball's on the far hash mark, that's like doing wind sprints.
Yeah.
At least you're in shape.
Especially if you have to run on that play, getting those pre-breaths in.
Davis Thacker wide to the right. Back to pass, looking for Nathan Reynolds. Left side, he's got it at the 30. Makes a couple of moves. He's going to be brought down by Clay Jr. at about the 27-yard line. That's going to be right at the first down marker, gain of 10. Let's see if they give it to him.
Marcus Connors. Jacob Carney on the tackle.
Nope, he's got to go just a little bit more, I guess.
That was a really nice throw by Zeke. It was only a 5-yard completion, but it was across the field, which is a really good play by him.
That's like a gain of 9 yards, 11 inches is what it was.
Yeah.
Zoe Martinez, a quarterback. Antonacci, he gets the call. He bounces it outside 20, pounds his way to the 15, down to the 14-yard line. He just says, get out of my way, I'm coming through. Marcus Connors was trying to make a stop there, and he just bounced right off that helmet of Antonacci.
Yeah, it looked like he really had a great wall of defenders there, really just helping him get more yardage on that play.
At the 14, first down and 10 for Meridian, up 14-0 with 4:13 to go here in the first, trying to tack it on. They started this game with one quarterback and switched it over. They went from Brady Lindley to a freshman in Zeke Martinez, and Martinez has been impressive. Timeout on the field. Officials talking something over. First down and 10. And the Patriots call timeout. So Centennial with a timeout here, looking at a first down and 10 from Meridian at the 14-yard line. And I'll tell you what, I'm just really impressed. Everybody told me, he said, this Zeke Martinez kid, he's just a freshman, but he's really fantastic. I mean, when I got here at the stadium tonight, I was talking to the AD, and he was talking about him. Talking to another coach, he was talking about him. And so I'm thinking, okay, he's a freshman. We're not going to see him tonight. But there he is, and boy, I tell you what, I can see why we're seeing him. He's impressive.
Well, yeah, just imagine him next year and the years to come with this experience under his belt. It'll really be very beneficial for them.
So Meridian trying to do the bounce back without their starting quarterback, Zeke's brother, Malachi. And they're doing a good job, and they're looking like they can make this a 21-0 ball game just before halftime and see what they can do. See if the Patriots can come up with something.
Well, it's also really nice for Zeke to have someone very close to him that already knows this this offense that could really help him if he has any questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell you what's good for Zeke is to have number 2 in the backfield for him, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Cross Antonacci, 5'11", 205 pounds. Just to have him there, it's got to make you feel good that you can hand it off to him at any time. Thacker to the left. Antonacci up the middle. And he carries the pile to the 5, the 4, the 3, the 2, the 1. Touchdown. Are they going to give it to him? Yep, they do. Touchdown. 14-yard touchdown run by Cross Antonacci. And he carried about 7 or 8 Patriot players. They could never get to his feet and get him down. And just like that, it's 20-0.
Yeah, play looked really good for Centennial. Started off with a very big hit by number 90, Hunter Hayner, on that play, but just wasn't able to bring him down.
You're right. I saw Hunter Hayner there, but the problem was Hunter Hayner was trying to bring him down, and he was actually being carried by Antonacci.
Yeah.
So he was like piggyback with him.
Yeah, it looked like he was just giving a hug, but since Antonacci's just so bigger, he was just able to push him through.
We're in with the extra point attempt. Again, he can drill it. It's not the prettiest of extra points, but they all go through, and just like that, it's 21-0. Let's take a little bit of a break. Let's play one of our fine commercials from our fine sponsors here, and we'll come back right after this.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
I'm Corey. I'm a dairy nutritionist here in the Treasure Valley. I decided to get vaccinated because I wanted to do my part to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. As soon as the vaccines were readily available, I was vaccinated. I would encourage people to do the research, listen to the healthcare providers. When I went to get my COVID-19 vaccine, there was hardly any wait. It was an easy process, is readily available. Since I got vaccinated, I'm confident I'm protected against the COVID-19 virus. My life has returned to business as usual.
20-0, 21-0 is our score here with 4:04 to go in the first half. Meridian really getting it going here tonight against the Centennial Patriots. And the kickoff's going to go to Carney at the 15. He's running to his left, and he's running further left than he is straight up the field. And he caught it at the 15, got to the 20, so a 5-yard return, but he probably ran 30 yards to his left.
Yeah, for Centennial, their returns at the very beginning of the game looked really promising, but now it kind of seems like they're only getting 1 or 2 yards on every return now.
We talked about it last week when you and I did the game against Mountain View. We thought that I actually thought Meridian should have won that game, to be honest with you. I really did. And Meridian looked strong. They brought the D, and they're doing a good job here, and they've got such a great wide receiving core. And I like their quarterback, Malachi Martinez, and now, of course, little brother Zeke doing a good job. Clay Jr., no gain up the middle as Centennial just trying to establish a running game. But really, they got the lefty in Keon Horton. And I got to believe that if he can get out, a little bit on the corners and look down the field, he can start hitting some of his receivers. He's got Corder out there on the right side, also Murphy out there as well. Got trips to the near side, one receiver to the far side. Clay Jr. is the lone running back. Horton rolls to his left, looking, directing traffic, stops, throws it hard, complete, first down. Nice job. He caught Condor. Benjamin Condor picks up the catch with about 15 yards.
Yeah, the Centennial offense, it really just seems like they're just really hurting themselves with all these simple mistakes. If they didn't have these simple mistakes, maybe they'd be in this game right now.
Out at the 36-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Patriots. This could be a big drive. They can get on the board here before the first half ends. And you got 3 minutes to go. That would be huge, but they're still 64 yards away. Handoff. And that's again Clay Jr. and nothing doing. And I mean, he is just met there by several gray jerseys, huh? Wow. How about number 11 getting it right in there? And I don't have a number for 11. Can you believe it? Do you?
Me neither.
Oh, wow. You know, I got the latest and the greatest Meridian updated roster. I just got it today. They said everything you need to know is right here. Obviously not.
Yeah, I'm already seeing some holes in mine that already filled out in yours.
Yep. All right, here we go. 2nd down and 9. And again, Meridian jumps offside on a hard count by Horton. That'll give him 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Ball moved out to the 42-yard line. 2:13 to go here in the first half. 21-0. It's been all Meridian. And let's see what Keon Horton can do here. He's got his big man, Benjamin Condor, in the slot. Puts a man in motion. That's Holiday. Now he's got trips to the near side. And now they set up, look to the sidelines. He's got Peyton Allen as a wide receiver wide to the left.
Meridian almost jumped off sides right before that snap.
Wow. And right now, all kinds of confusion. They're going to run, and there goes the play clock right there. Wow. Just nothing but confusion for the Patriots on offense. And Centennial, they may have beaten the flag. So I think they did. They called timeout. Centennial did. Beat the flag. Boy, that was really quick, and that was generous by the official.
Yeah, it seems like the Centennial offense is really just falling apart by the minute. They looked really sharp at the beginning of the game, but it just seems like these little mistakes are really just hurting them now on.
You know, they talk about the sophomore jinx. It's kind of like maybe the second game jinx. I mean, Centennial began with a 57. They put a 57 points up on Owyhee, and I got to believe Owyee's not going to be a bad team. I don't think they're going to be one of those teams that you can pick on all year long. They will get it together. I really do. Sherm Blazer's a good coach. He'll get that done. But, yeah, tonight against Meridian, they've just looked, a little bit dysfunctional on offense at times.
Yeah, it kind of seems hard for Hawaii, for all these newer players. Being their first year, they don't really have that team chemistry.
So they'll get it together. But still, when you put 57 points up, like Centennial did, you got to feel maybe they get the second game jitters. I don't know. Horton back to pass, looking, throws over the middle, has a man wide open. Oh, once again, he finds Condor out at the 41-yard line, and that's a first down gain of about 20 yards.
Great damage control by Landon Eason, really just stopping the play where it was and not letting him get any more yards in that play.
And again, the clock down to 1:40 here to go in the first half. And again, a huge drive here for the Patriots to get the goose egg off the board. DeChambeau, the running back. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Horton, the lefty, back to pass. Here comes the blitz. It's picked up. Horton rolling to his left, looking downfield, throws, and it's intercepted. Bad decision by Horton to throw that ball, and it's picked off by Nathan Reynolds. Nathan Reynolds comes up with a big INT, and you know what? Horton, again, he had the open field at him. He needs to tuck it and run and not force the issue.
Yeah, that was the problem there. He just really forced it. He looked like he was just trying to get out of the sack and really just trying to make a play, but ultimately it really hurts them.
Really kind of reminded me of what Hank Bachmeyer did last night in that closing minutes against UCF. I mean, he had another down to go. If he had just run out of bounds, it would be 4th and like 1 yard to go. Instead, he forced the throw, the INT, and that's exactly what Horton just did. Instead of getting what he could and keeping the ball, he turned it over to Meridian. So here we go. Handoff. Not much there. Who's the running back? That's a new running back, and that wasn't it was Antonacci. Well, I've never seen him, hit like that in the backfield and lose yardage. I kept saying Cross Antonacci doesn't lose yards, but he lost 2 there. 2nd down and 12. Yikes.
Looks like he's limping off the bat or off the sideline.
Yeah, he did. I mean, so all of a sudden, Antonacci has got a little bit of a gimp in his get-go. And they'll just kind of work that off, and he'll go to halftime. Timeout on the field with 68 seconds to go.
Yeah, going back to that UCF game, UCF was able to set the momentum by scoring right before half and really set the tone, but unfortunately Centennial wasn't able to kind of repeat what UCF did that game.
Yeah, I mean, they had some field position, they had things moving. They just had to kind of make some smart decisions, and it's tough. So Centennial down 21-0, and we'll see how hungry they are with the freshman quarterback, Meridian, huh? You got a freshman quarterback, and yet are you just going to kind of play to go in at 21-0, or are you going to be aggressive with 68 seconds to go and chuck it down the field? You just handed it off to Antonacci, and Antonacci, of course, limped off the field. I don't think it's serious, but he did limp off. You're going to let the freshman throw? And they do. Wow. Incomplete. It was intended for 84 there, Tyson Acree.
Yeah, just a little off on that throw.
But how about the confidence? You're up 21-0. You got just over a minute to go, and you let your freshman throw the ball downfield. Yowzer. That's a lot of confidence in a young kid.
Well, Meridian's probably thinking that they let the team come up at halftime, so they're probably just trying to let Centennial know that they're not coming back into this game no matter what.
Yeah, trying to send a little bit of a message. We'll see. But now on third down, do you get conservative here? And we got timeout. So something that the coaching staff for Meridian, John Zamberlin and company saw, they said, yeah, we don't really like what we see here. Let's knock it down. They had Marco Del Rio in there at running back this time. And so with 1:04 to go, 64 seconds to go. Glad you could join us here on a Friday night. Beautiful night in the Treasure Valley. I'm going to go do my weather check here. I always like to do that just to see where we're at. Mm-hmm. See 73 degrees.
Yeah, very nice here.
So 73 degrees. That's actually an Eagle. 77 in Boise. So we're in Meridian, so somewhere probably about 75, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wind, there was a little bit of a breeze. No breeze now. Sun setting.
Yeah, it's much nicer to play football in 75-degree weather than 99 or 30-degree weather.
Tell me about it. You know, I can't believe that we're already at Labor Day weekend. I mean, I keep telling myself, you know, wow, what happened to the summer? I mean, I'm kind of glad that the hot June and July are done, but boy, I tell you, the summer just flew by.
Yeah, and it also seems like the football season's starting later and later every single year.
I don't know. It seems like it seemed like it was here before you knew it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some big games tomorrow. I mean, how about that game tomorrow in the top 5? You got number 3, Clemson, playing number 5, Georgia. Here's the run up the middle. This is Del Rio. Marco Del Rio across midfield out to the 45, the 42. And Marcos Del Rio, it was a safe play at him, but the Patriots couldn't come up with the big stop. And now you got 56 seconds. Now you can chuck it down the field a little bit.
Yeah, and they use most of their timeouts trying to rethink their plays, so now they only have one timeout to really try to make a score before halftime.
You're going to mark it right at the 45-yard line, but the point is they just handed it off to Marco Del Rio. Marco Del Rio said, hey, I am out of here. Back to pass. Looking, throwing, complete underneath the coverage. And the pass, Antonacci back in the ballgame. So I thought they may hold them out until halftime, until third quarter, but I guess whatever the gimp was, it's gone. And he caught it, and he gained of about 2 yards, so it'll be second down and 8. And Meridian calls timeout with 36 seconds to go.
Yeah, the nice thing about running a draw play like they did with Del Rio a couple plays back is that it really sometimes can catch the defense off guard. They're probably expecting a throw, and then all of a sudden they run it, and then it's just a really good game.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, but boy, I tell you what, you got to be waiting for anything, no matter who you are, taking a look at that. 21-0 is our score, 36 seconds to go here in the first half from Meridian High School. Wayne Dezhou back, Adam Bridges with you on IdahoSports.com. Our 5A coverage coming at you. I'll have a game next Thursday night. And then we got a big game next Friday night, Eagle and Mountain View. I will not do that game. I have got to be on KBOI doing the pregame show for Boise State football as they get ready to host UTEP, the season opener on a Friday night. Back to pass. And a lot of miscommunication there. It was intended for Thacker, and that's the first mistake we've seen from the freshman, or maybe it was Thacker, didn't run the right route.
It could have been one of those read routes where it could either A, depending on what the receiver sees, go for a streak or even go for a hitch.
Yeah, and he went for the streak. So Martinez will bring it back on 3rd down and 8. 33 seconds to go now. And, I think they're really in 2-down territory. I don't think they really feel like they have to punt the ball away right now. So I think, especially if they get a few yards on this play. Cross Handanachi, the running back. Thacker to the near side. Reynolds to the far side. Back to pass. They look, they throw. What a great catch by Thacker at the 30, 25, and out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Thacker, that ball was thrown maybe a foot in front of him, and he just reached out and caught it, and it just stuck in his hands.
Yeah, the power of gloves. Some of the receivers wear gloves, and some of them are even great enough to catch without gloves, but that gloves gives you a little bit extra boost.
It does. Ball at the 21-yard line, 1st down and 10. Here come the Warriors trying to tack 7 more on tonight. Tyson Acree goes wide to the left. Quentin Riley in the slot on the near side. Back to pass. They look, they throw to Thatcher. Incomplete, almost intercepted. It went off Thatcher's hands, and it was almost intercepted there by Brad Ames.
Yeah, number 27 on that play was really just ready for that. Really was looking for that screen or was able to blow up in the backfield.
Yep, he broke it up, and it went off of Thacker and almost picked up by Ames. 21 seconds, though, still only 2nd down. Here we go again. Thacker and Riley wide to the left. Acree to the right. The pass, the throw to Thacker. Good. He gets out of bounds. Well, the official says keep it going, but he got out of bounds. They're going to have to use a timeout. Wow. Thacker looked like he got out of bounds, and I don't know that the coaching staff saw it. And they're going to have to snap it quickly, and they get it off. The throw into the end zone is caught, but out of the end zone. No, they say it's in. Oh, my goodness.
That was a very close play.
I'd have to see a replay of that, and I'm not going to see it. 84, Tyson Acree caught it. He only had to have 1 foot in, but boy, I am telling you, I thought he was out of the end zone, but what a perfect throw by Zeke Martinez, the freshman.
Yeah, great throw. It in my opinion, it didn't look like he had that extra foot, but I don't know. That ref was really close to it.
And the kick is up, and it is good. And so they snapped it with 1 second on the clock. The official did not give Thacker the out of bounds, which he, I thought, got. And the coaching staff was really upset. But here you got a freshman, Adam, and he's got the presence of mind to get the ball snapped with 1 second to go before the half runs out, and he just flings it basically into the corner of the end zone, says go catch it, and Acree does, and apparently had a foot in bounds, and just like that, it's 28-zip.
Yeah, it was a nice play. He especially knew exactly where he needed to go, exactly knew what route he needed to throw to get that extra play, an extra score.
Wow. 28-0 at halftime. We're going to take a halftime break. We'll come back here. Meridian, well, they own the game right now, 28-0 over the Patriots.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
The injuries look like those seen in people exposed to poisons like mustard gas. That's how doctors are describing what they see in the lungs of vapors. The chemicals can essentially burn your lungs, Find the truth at BehindTheHaze.com.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Corey. I'm a dairy nutritionist here in the Treasure Valley. I decided to get vaccinated because I wanted to do my part to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. As soon as the vaccines were readily available, I was vaccinated. I would encourage people to do the research, listen to the healthcare providers. When I went to get my COVID-19 vaccine, there was hardly any wait. It was an easy process, is readily available. Since I got vaccinated, I'm confident I'm protected against the COVID-19 virus. My life has returned to business as usual.
We're Valley-wide cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
It's time to start planning for back to school. That's why I got my kids vaccinated for COVID-19, so they can be protected from COVID when they're back in the classroom. Kids 12 and older can get vaccinated. The vaccines have been researched and tested. They're safe and they work. Getting vaccinated was quick and easy. You can walk into a pharmacy to get one. We got our COVID-19 vaccine, and I hope everyone will choose to get vaccinated too.
Get a free COVID-19 vaccine today. Find a location near you at covidvaccine.idaho.gov.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
And welcome back, everybody. Wayne DeZuback, Adam Bridges with you. As you can see, 28-0 is our score. Meridian leads it. And really, the storyline of the night has to be the freshman coming in there, Zeke Martinez. He is the younger brother of Malachi Martinez, who got injured last week against Mountain View in the last series against the Mavericks and did not play in this game, was in street clothes. And really, they had another kid, Brady Lindley, started at quarterback. He didn't do all that horrible, but he had the team up 7-0. But for some reason, the coaching staff said, "Okay, let's get Zeke in here. He's a freshman. Let's see what he can do." And he came out and threw a big pass right off the get-go and led the team to 3 more touchdowns. And that last drive was amazing. And then the presence of mind when Thacker caught the ball with 9 seconds to go. Actually, he went out with about 14 seconds to go. I thought he was out of bounds. The officials said, nope, keep the clock running. The coaching staff thought he was out of bounds, so everybody was caught by surprise. But, man, Adam, Zeke Martinez had the presence of mind to say, let's run in this offense. He got the offense out quickly, and with 1 second left, they snapped the ball, and he threw it to Tyson Acree in the corner of the end zone for a touchdown to make it 28-0. That's pretty darned impressive.
Yeah, especially from a freshman. If someone didn't even realize that he was a freshman, they probably wouldn't even recognize because of how great he's been playing so far. He's really been playing like he's been here for at least 4 years already.
It's amazing, and we were just laughing about it. I was just talking to some folks up here, and I had said that Malachi set to come back next week from the injury if he can get his job back from his little brother. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be an interesting Labor Day weekend at that house, huh?
Yeah, Martinez or Malachi really thought that he was the best quarterback in the house, but Zeke's really giving him a run for his money now.
Here's what you know. You're a freshman, and you got the number 25 on your jersey, and yet they throw you in a quarterback, you know, and I'm like, 25 is a running back number. That's not a quarterback number. And so he'll graduate, and I guarantee you he'll graduate. I'm not talking about actually graduating, but he'll graduate to a New Jersey number. I'm sure next year he'll be like number 6 or 7 or 10 or 11 or something like that. He won't be number 25. Oh, either that or maybe he'll say, I want to be 25 the rest of my life.
Yeah, stick to his roots, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, some people don't take you seriously if you don't have your, like, set specific position number, you know, where 25 isn't the traditional quarterback number where it's like, well, he said, I'm just going to ball regardless of my number. I don't care what people think about it.
So pretty interesting. And, of course, it's got to be kind of an eye-opener for Centennial. They won last week, as we mentioned, 57-30 over Owyhee, 1-0 after going 0-6 last year. A horrible season last year. They've got their quarterback back, Keon Horton. So, you know, they've got that going for them. They've got a good running back. They've got a couple of good wide receivers, but they just have not been able to establish anything offensively here against this Meridian defense, which we saw last week did a good job against a tough Mountain View team.
Yeah, and especially it was just the second quarter or second half where they really let it loose. But the thing is, though, is that for Centennial now, it's much harder to come back from 28-0 where for Mountain View, it was a manageable 13-0.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mountain View actually came back. They had 2 big runs for touchdowns. Quentin Evans scored, and Dallas, I can't remember his last name now. Was it Dallas Slocum? Anyway, he scored. So he had 2 big runs, and that was it, though. The rest of it was, you know, no scoring in the fourth quarter at all. So it was a tight game. So, you know, Meridian gave up a couple of big plays in that third quarter and lost the lead because of a missed extra point, had the opportunity to win it on a 33-yard field goal, and it was just wide left. And like I say, coaching staff here at Meridian thought it was actually good. It was that close. I couldn't tell myself. I could not give you an opinion. It was that close. But it was a good kick. It was high, and that was part of the biggest problem. It was way, way high over the crossbar or the uprights.
Yeah, honestly, I was just a couple seconds from saying it was good, but then I saw the ref say no good. I'm like, oh, no. Luckily, I didn't just say something that it was good on the...
Honestly, I'm with you. I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking, this is good, but I've learned to wait to see what the official says, and immediately he went no good, and I said, boy, glad I didn't speak out. So it was that close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's also kind of weird because it's like you sometimes question how the refs can see it just because they're right under the goal. The goal post, so it's like, did it really? But yeah, I mean, whatever they say goes, you know.
Yep. And so it looks like Meridian trying to bounce back here tonight. Let's take another break. We'll take that big break for you, and we'll come back here with the second half with Meridian leading at 28-0 over the Patriots.
I decided to get vaccinated because I wanted to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. When I went to get my COVID-19 vaccine, it was an easy process, is readily available. Since I got vaccinated, I'm confident I'm protected against the COVID-19 virus. My life has returned to business as usual.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
The injuries look like those seen in people exposed to poisons like mustard gas. That's how doctors are describing what they see in the lungs of vapors. The chemicals can essentially burn your lungs. Find the truth at BehindTheHaze.com.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Corey. I'm a dairy nutritionist here in the Treasure Valley. I decided to get vaccinated because I wanted to do my part to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. As soon as the vaccines were readily available, I was vaccinated. I would encourage people to do the research, listen to the healthcare providers. When I went to get my COVID-19 vaccine, there was hardly any wait. It was an easy process, is readily available. Since I got vaccinated, I'm confident I'm protected against the COVID-19 virus. My life has returned to business as usual.
We're Valley-wide cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
It's time to start planning for back to school. That's why I got my kids vaccinated for COVID-19, so they can be protected from COVID when they're back in the classroom. Kids 12 and older can get vaccinated. The vaccines have been researched and tested. They're safe and they work. Getting vaccinated was quick and easy. You can walk into a pharmacy to get one. We got our COVID-19 vaccine, and I hope everyone will choose to get vaccinated too.
Get a free COVID-19 vaccine today. Find a location near you at covidvaccine.idaho.gov.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
And back here at Meridian High School, Wayne Zuback, Adam Bridges with you on the start of a Labor Day weekend. Have a safe one, everybody, if we forget to tell you about that. I mean, you sound like you're not doing a whole lot. You just got some family stuff going on, but just kind of hanging around. I'm actually headed over to Island Park to visit some friends, and I haven't been to Island Park in a long time, and they asked me if I wanted to go into Yellowstone, just go into the park, and I'm like, okay. What are you going to do? I've been there about 5 times, so I'm like, whatever you guys want to do, I'll go into Yellowstone Park. What the heck, The funnest time I had at Yellowstone Park is I did a story one time many, many years ago about snowmobile riding in the park. So they got us on snowmobiles, and I'm not a big snowmobile guy because, first of all, it's cold.
Yeah.
Riding a snowmobile is cold. I don't care what they tell you. When it's 20 degrees outside and you're going 30 miles an hour, you've got some wind chill coming at you. So I'm a wuss, so it wasn't great. But in the park by yourself, nobody there, it was really cool. It was really cool.
I've actually never been to Yellowstone, so I'll definitely have to check it out.
Well, why don't you can come with us.
Oh, yeah.
You just come with us.
Just ride a tag along.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Island Park this week. What the heck? Just make some changes and see what happens. So it'll be fun. Now, I've got some friends there. Actually, it's going to be, on a personal note, got a friend that has dementia, and they're coming in from North Carolina, and it's kind of a time to see him before he can't remember us again. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing this person while he still knows who I am, and it's a sad situation, but we're going to make it a holiday for sure.
Yeah, it's very fortunate, but it's really nice that you're able to see him and make a
Exactly.
positive out of a negative.
That's what it's all about. So it's going to be a fun Labor Day weekend. All right, could be a fun half here. Here we go. The big story tonight, if you just joined us, is Zeke Martinez, the freshman. His big brother Malachi injured last week, and Malachi's the starter. And again, we're laughing. Malachi may not get his job back because little brother Zeke is doing fantastic. Just a freshman. He wears number 25. And here we go. So the kickoff is coming, and it'll be Truman Campbell kicking it off for Centennial, and deep to receive for the Meridian Warriors, Cross Antonacci and Davis Thacker.
You know, I'm kind of on the fence with these gray uniforms, you know, kind of straying away from their original blue, you know.
Yeah, we haven't talked much about it. Tonight, Meridian in white pants, gray jerseys, and it's taken by Antonacci at the 1 yard line. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, spins at the 40, across the 40, still going, 45, near the 48 yard line. Cross Antonacci with a 48 yard kickoff return to near midfield, and once again the Warriors are set up in great position.
Yeah, that was a very interesting play by Antonacci there, not letting it go into the end zone where he could have had that safe touchback, but instead really pays off where he gets it to the 45 yard line.
All right, it looks like it will be, and here's kind of interesting. There's Malachi and Zeke together around the head coach. They're both talking to each other. You got big brother, little brother, and they're going at it. Little brother goes, I got this, big brother, back off. No, he doesn't.
Well, it looks like they're bringing back the play. Must have been a
Oh,
flag.
my gosh, there was a flag that we missed. So forget the good field position. Thanks for noticing that. I was watching the two brothers meeting with the coach. Didn't see the flag, so obviously a holding penalty or a blocking penalty, and it's all the way back to the 12-yard line. Yowks, that hurts.
Yeah, I wonder if Zeke's trying to call his own play, and they're kind of like, slow your roll down. You just started.
Yeah. I got this, big bro. Here we go. From the handoff, Antonacci out across the 15, near the 20-yard line, pickup of 8. As he goes off left tackle.
Yeah, I said this before, but Antonacci, he's just basically a jack of all trades kind of running back. He's really big, he's really versatile, he's really agile. You know, he really can just do it all, and that's what makes it really hard to game plan against him.
Second down and about 3. They're going to actually mark him down right at the 19. Martinez at quarterback. Zeke over his head, and we got a flag right as the snap came. So they stopped the play, and what's it going to be? It looks like it was offside against the Patriots. If that's the call, what a break. What a break for the Meridian Warriors.
Yeah, that definitely would have been a safety and would have given some points to the Centennial, but fortunately they were saved by that flag there.
Yeah, the offside came milliseconds before the snap of the ball, and the ball was snapped way over Zeke Martinez's head. And what would have happened, we don't know because the play was blown dead. But a big break, automatic first down with a 5-yard penalty. Ball out to the 24-yard line, and that's where Martinez and company take over again. Here comes the blitz. Martinez lets it fly. Has a man open. That's Reynolds. That's not. That's Quentin Riley. And Quentin Riley has it at the 35 down to the 28-yard line. What a play. Put it right in the breadbasket for Quentin Riley.
You know, some younger players are really just afraid to mess up and by throwing it deep, but he's definitely showing that he's not afraid and he's ready to ball out right now.
This is the most impressive high school freshman I've seen in Idaho in a long time.
I know. I mean, I remember when Davis Thacker started as a freshman, everyone was going crazy about that, but step aside, Zeke is really just setting the tone right here as a freshman.
Zeke Martinez, like I said, Quentin Riley was right there, had his man beat, he put it to him. Handoff to Antonacci, and Antonacci is knocked down. Another great play there by Brad Ames.
Brought down by Brad Ames.
Well, the thing is, too, that I'm noticing is that Zeke looks way bigger than Malachi did as a freshman. He looks he looks already bulked up and ready to play for this varsity.
Second down and 14 after that loss of 4, and we talked about it earlier in this game that you don't see Antonacci brought down in the backfield very often, but we did there.
Yeah, he's really been the staple in these 2 games of their offense. They really game planned him into the scheme.
Quentin Riley to the near side. They hand it off. Antonacci up the middle. Big hole. 20, 15, 10. Down to the 7-yard line. First and goal to go. Meridian as they are just tearing up the yardage here at Meridian High School.
Yeah, it seems like Centennial's kind of stumbling a little bit, unable to stop the run on that play and unable to stop the pass a couple plays ago where it really brought them to that 28-yard line.
You know, we talked about it last week when we watched this Meridian team. Let's say it the way it is. Boy, I tell you what, they are powerful. They're big up front. They've got big wide receivers. They spread the field sideline to sideline like they do now. You don't know what they're going to do. They've got 5 receivers in the pattern, and they hand it off to Antonacci up the middle. Weaves his way down to the 3, maybe the 2-yard line. It's be second down and goal from the 3.
Well, this is a very nice outing by Meridian, really showing that they're not going to give up in the second half, at least for now. But just like last game, they kind of gave up a little bit in the second half, but this time they're really showing that, no, we're really sticking to it and we're not going to let them get back into this game.
Well, I tell you what, they are just pounding Meridian. Meridian is. They're just pounding it right down the field. Antonacci at running back. Second down and goal from the 3-yard line. The freshman running the show here. Official calling a timeout right now, checking the helmet of one of the Centennial players, making sure everything's okay.
And just for perspective on this drive, they started within their own 10-yard line, and now they're already within the 5-yard line of Centennial.
How quick that big pass down the field to Quentin Riley. The pass into the end zone, touchdown.
Looks like Antonacci on that touchdown.
Antonacci. He just came out of the backfield, and you taught him. You said he's a multitasking kind of human being.
Yeah, he could do it all. He could catch, he can run, he can really just truck through the defender, he can really even juke him out. He could do it all.
So with 8:09 to go here in the third, it's 34-0. This thing getting away from the Patriots.
Yeah, that's the 3rd passing touchdown of Meridian of the day and Zeke's 2nd passing touchdown of the game.
And I was talking about how clear the skies were. Well, we got one patch of smoke. It's from the hamburgers cooking.
Yeah.
And it wafts across the field. And every once in a while I get a little bit of smell of the hamburgers, you know. And it's like, really? Can you bring one up?
Yeah. It would be very courteous of them to really just, give us a courtesy burger.
You know, sports guys, we're always beggars. That's the one thing about sports guys. You have a press conference, you better provide food. Everybody will be there.
It's the only thing you want in life, to commentate football and eat a burger while you're doing it.
Eat a burger while you're doing it. Exactly. Well, I'm not sure why we're waiting so long. I guess we just had an equipment adjustment that had to be made on a Patriot player, and now here we go. Wren will try the extra point. This kick hops over the crossbar. Literally hops across it, and it's good.
That was 1 second from being blocked as well from Centennial.
So there you go with 8:09 to go. 35-0 now. Meridian leads it. Hey, don't forget they're featured on Man vs. Food and 101 Tastiest Places to Chow Down. Big Judd's, one of the most unique and fun places to dine in Idaho. They hand make burger patties every day and only use fresh local produce. And of course, they always use Idaho potatoes for their famous fresh cut fries. If you're up for a challenge, folks, try that Big Judd special world famous 1-pound burger. You put a big fixins on it with a big basket of large fries, and if you can finish it in less than 30 minutes, you're going to get your picture on the wall of fame. Stop in and say hi. They're located at 3030 East Overland Road, right there by the Majestic Theater in that area in Meridian. And don't forget to check them out at BigJudge.com. In Meridian, proud to support student athletes and proud to have them as a webcast sponsor along with Bob's Bicycles of Boise here. And apparently we had a penalty afterwards, celebration type stuff. And so Meridian's got to kick off from their own 25-yard line. So Wren will kick off from the 25.
On the touchdown, so Meridian will be kicking off from the 25-yard line. Steedman Rainey to do the kicking.
And here we go, Kearney deep.
Jacob Kearney.
Along with Clay Jr.
Back to receive.
And here's the kick. And it's going to come to Kearney. Kearney drops it, picks it up at the 32, 26 rather, and tries to get where he can, but boy, he is gobbled up by that Meridian defense. And they were like a bunch of piranhas when they saw him drop the ball at the 26-yard line and then struggle to pick it up. It was like a bunch of piranhas on a dead gator or something. They're like, we got you.
Well, yeah, that's always what you want in a defense. You always want your defense to really swarm at that ball carrier to make sure that they're definitely not getting out and breaking that tackle.
At the 30-yard line is where Centennial will have it. So here we go. Keon Horton at quarterback. He's got Clay Jr., the running back, with him. They hand it off to Jr. He's trying to go up the middle. Trying to go outside, then up the middle. Nothing there. We got a flag down in the middle of the pile. So we'll check out that.
Looked like he tried to hit one of the players with that flag. He just trucked it right into that pile.
I was talking to a guy that played ball for the Seattle Seahawks, also for Boise State. He was telling me one time that, you know, they got a coin or something in there so they can throw it down. And at least they did back then. It was heavy. And he said the guy threw the flag, and it hit him right in the helmet, like right near the ear hole, and it just like his ears rung for days. Mm-hmm. So whatever it is, this guy's obviously it's a face mask.
Yeah.
And it's going to be marked off all the way out to the 45-yard line. So a face mask call against Meridian. And again, the officials kind of forgetting to show us that stuff tonight.
Yeah. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I've actually reffed Optimist Youth Football, and it was actually kind of funny because there were some times where I was getting very close to throwing the flag and almost hitting a player on the field.
I think they do that on purpose sometimes, especially if they don't like you.
Yeah.
If you've been kind of mouthy, they're going to throw it right at you. All right, Horton looking over to the sidelines. Got Clay Jr. behind him on a 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Patriots trying to get on the board. Horton back to pass. Steps up into the pocket. Nothing there. Now he's running for his life, being chased, and finally throws it downfield and caught. No, almost caught and dropped there by Clay Jr.
That was very close to the sideline, too. I'm surprised he got that throw off before stepping out of bounds.
Yeah, it was really funny because Horton, I thought, actually did step out of bounds as he threw it, but he didn't. He got it off just before he did, and it looked like Clay Jr. was going to catch it but dropped it. So,
yeah, it looked like the receiver was also as surprised as us that he didn't step out of bounds. It wasn't expecting the throw to be there.
Horton really a little bit too active out there with his legs. I mean, he needs to get rid of the ball, and there's illegal. No. You know what? What's really funny, Clay Jr. started to go forward, illegal procedure. The flag didn't get thrown, and instead of setting up again just like nothing had happened, pretending and hoping the officials didn't see it, he kind of made a big deal out of it and went, oh, I just screwed up. And then the officials said, okay, you're right. We're throwing the flag.
Yeah, we'll agree with you on that play.
What you got to do is you pretend, hey, I meant to do that.
Yeah.
I was just moving from this position to this position. Here we go. 2nd down and 15.
Hard snap by the quarterback there.
Yeah, Horton just kind of looking over. Play clock's got to be running down. I don't see the official yet with the 5 count. A snap. The keep by Horton.
Horton keeps it on the option.
Horton kept it on the option. Now we got some kicking and some stuff going on. And quite frankly, I got a funny feeling this is going to go against Meridian. I'm not 100% sure, but I saw a lot of fighting going on down there.
Looked like an unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, Carson Pinkerman lost his helmet. I don't think he was happy about it because it may have been ripped off. But let's see who it's against. My thought, it was on Pinkerman, who got a little bit over-aggressive after his helmet got ripped off. And it is. And it's going to move the ball all the way down to the 42-yard line of Meridian.
Yeah, he's probably also definitely not happy that he has to sit out for a play since his helmet was ripped off. That's one of the rules for high school football.
So here we go. Kearney comes to the near side. Murphy goes wide left. From the shotgun is Horton. Horton keeps it, throws over the middle. Is that a catch? Hard to tell. Yeah, incomplete. Incomplete. That was Murphy.
Oh, no, it looks like they're bringing the chains.
Well, they are. The PA guy said it was incomplete, and I couldn't tell. And so it was complete to the 31-yard line, so a gain of about 11, 12 yards. First down.
It looked like he had his hand under the ball to prevent it from touching the floor.
It was hard to tell, and again, the official's not giving you a real distinct shot at it. And Clay Jr. get down to about the 25, maybe the 24-yard line. So Clay Jr., one of his better runs from the line of scrimmage with 6:14 to go here in the third period.
Yeah, the thing about Centennial is that every time they try to do the quick tempo against Meridian, it's been working, but every time they slow down for these simple mistakes, it kind of just hurts them.
Yep. Carney comes off.
Well, even against Mountain View was able to do the quick tempo, and that really hurt Meridian last game, sorry.
So Horton with a second down and about 4. Looking over the defense, looking over to the sidelines. And again, Murphy not knowing where to go. He's in the slot on the left side. And now the handoff. Horton back to pass. He's going to be sacked. No, he gets away from that. Now he's going to be sacked. Horton needs to get rid of the football, and you got to hand it to about 4 or 5 guys coming in there for Meridian. They really did the job, and leading the charge there was Nathan Reynolds, the big guy. He can catch the ball, he can catch a quarterback, and a huge loss all the way back to the 40.
Yeah, he can also truck the kick returner and punt it too.
Yeah.
Doing it all on that field right there.
Yep, playing a complete game tonight, Nathan Reynolds.
I think he also had an interception earlier today.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
So, wow, big night for Nathan Reynolds. Horton back to pass, throws it underneath the coverage. It is complete and going to be a gain to about the 35-yard line, gain of about 7 yards on that play. And that one was caught by Holiday. First time we've ever called Holden Holiday's name. And I was talking to the coaching staff before, and they said he needs to have a pretty good game tonight, and that's the first time they've been able to get it to him.
Yeah, I don't know if they've just been scheming to him, if he's just not been open or what, or if they just decided not to play him.
You know, there's been so much pressure really on Horton that he's not had a good night. He turns around, there's people there, and he's not really making great decisions once that pressure comes. Back to pass. Happy feet, and there he goes again. Starting to dance around. He needs to let the ball go, and now he does on the run, and it's intercepted by Meridian. A tip drill. I don't have number 11 down on my roster, so I apologize.
Yeah, it was a tip by number 14, Ryan Quarter, though.
Yeah, Quarter tipped it and went to number 11, and again, we do not have him. We got the latest roster today. They said, yep, everybody's on there, and then he's not there.
Yep, that's very unfortunate.
So we apologize, Mom and Dad. But Meridian takes ball over. And again, I've just got to say, you know, I'm being a little bit critical now of Kenyon Horton. He's got a lot of pressure. I do understand that. But he had about 4 seconds to throw it, and he didn't let it go. You've got to make that pass. And you cannot, knowing the pressure is going to come. And once it did, he started dancing, and that was it. It's over.
Yeah, it seems like these newer age of quarterbacks are trying to be the new Patrick Mahomes and just scramble behind the line.
So the handoff. Looks like Marco Del Rio in there. Marco Del Rio gets 11 yards and a first down as he gets it across the 45 to the 46 on a first down play. And I would, you know, if you're up 20, 35 nothing like you are, I got a funny, here comes a new quarterback in. Looks like the night's done for, or else he's playing a different position. Nope. We got Brady Lindley in there again now, quarterback. So the freshman came in, did his job, and he's done for the night. Lindley's going to learn some stuff, and he hands it off. And that's a new running back in there. Nope, that's Del Rio again. And Del Rio gets another 10 yards all the way down to the 45-yard line. They're going to make it second down and a foot, and actually second down in inches. So Lindley at quarterback. Throws it, looking down the field, to come back incomplete.
That was a very interesting throw by Lindley. He didn't even have any step back. He just took a snap, just threw it. Didn't even have, because normally quarterbacks take their 2 or 3 steps, before, but nope, he just took it, threw it. Already knew where he wanted to go with the ball.
Yeah, Corey Elias had some pretty good coverage on that one, that's for sure.
Yeah, it looked like the receiver had like 5 or 6 chances to get that pass and corral it in, but unfortunately couldn't.
Lindley to Del Rio. Del Rio not much there. Across the 45 down to the 44-yard line. DeChambeau on the play there.
Yeah, I think that is enough for a first down.
That's all he needed. He puts it at the 43-yard line. One thing about staying on the ground right now, Meridian's running this clock. That's all they have to do. But what a great job by Zeke Martinez. Out of the lineup now, make way for Brady Lindley, a junior, 5'11", to kind of finish this game off and kind of pick up some experience. Hands it off to Del Rio. Del Rio spins inside the 40. He's still going to the 35, still going. They can't get him down at the 30. They just could not bring him down, and he got 13 yards on that play.
Well, it's really nice for Meridian to have a viable second option in Del Rio, where they have Antonacci and Del Rio as a 1-2 punch.
Centennial player down, can't get a number.
We have an injury on the field.
So timeout on the field. Got 2:14 to go. Here in the third period, 35-0 is our score. Bob's Bicycles on Fairview and Boise is family owned, has been since 1979. And their selection of mountain bikes, road bikes, BMX, cruisers, and comfort bikes, well, it's second to none. Whether you're online at bobs-bicycles.com or if you're on the showroom floor, Bob's Bicycles will have the bike, the accessories, the clothing to fit your needs. And they have in-store financing, 6 months, no interest. Stop in, say hi to Vern. Bob's Bicycles, serving Idaho for more than 40 years and proud to support Idaho student athletes.
Yeah, since Idaho's mainly outdoor oriented, I feel like it's just a given to have a bike if you're in Idaho.
Yep, no question.
It's always unfortunate to see a player down on the field, especially if it's a senior or a junior, because that's just some play time that they're missing out on if they're injured.
Well, they're helping them up. They got about 8 people out there helping them up, I tell you what.
Yeah.
Yep.
They got the whole training squad out there to help him.
Yeah.
Looks like he's able to walk off on his own.
Well, sometimes it could be just a cramp,
Looks like number 90.
Yep, that's Datorum. Fabrice Datorum. You know what? I was asking him, how do you say that name? Because it starts with an N. And they said the N is silent, I think. Actually, here's what the coaching staff said. His name is Fabrice Datorum. But it starts with an N, and it's really spelled kind of crazy. And I said, how do you say this guy's name? They go, we don't know. We just call him Fabrice. I said, Coach, come on. You got to know what the kid's name is.
Oh, my.
But it's Datorum.
I was very afraid to call his play.
Yeah.
Call his name earlier.
Lindley back to pass, looking right side, going deep. Flag is thrown. It's caught.
That was a classic Moss by the receiver right there.
Yeah, that was Thacker who came up with the catch. And let's see what the flag is. Going to be pass interference. That would be declined, obviously, because it would be 1st and goal to go.
Looks like it's against Meridian.
Thacker kind of pushed off, huh?
Yeah.
Little offensive pass interference.
That's very unfortunate because it was a really great play. He reached right over the head of the DB and caught the ball just exactly like a Randy Moss.
Yeah, he did. Well, Thacker, big kid. We talked about him being 6'4".
Yeah, and especially it must be nice for him to start and have that experience from freshman year because he was in the starting lineup freshman year and he's able to play every single year.
How big a call was that? Instead of 1st and goal from the 2, it's, wow, 1st down and, 24, something like that, all the way back at the 41-yard line.
It's kind of interesting that they're still trying to take shots with 2 minutes left in third quarter. Not just trying to run the clock down and get out of here.
Here we go. 1st down 20. Lindley at quarterback. Hands it up to Del Rio. Del Rio off right side. Cuts it up the middle, inside the 30, inside the 25. down to the 24-yard line. Wow. He had 1st and 20, and he picked up about 15 yards, folks.
Yeah, I think Lindley dropped his mouthpiece right before the snap, and I was kind of confused because it looked like he was going in a three-point stance at quarterback.
Yeah, he did. I was wondering what he was doing.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. I was like, is he going in a three-point stance? Is this a trick play?
So actually, he got a couple of more yards than that, so he got himself about 18-yarder because it's 2nd down and 3 is all, right at the 25-yard line. Del Rio, pretty good-looking running back. We didn't see a lot of that. We didn't see a lot of him. We saw Antonacci for the most part last week against Mountain View, and now Antonacci's getting a breather. Del Rio up the middle, got the 1st down to the 20-yard line.
Well, it's really nice to, A, get your younger player some experience, and B, get your older player some rest time because they're going to really need them later on in the season.
Well, we got a late flag, which is going to mean some roughhousing going on down there, so unsportsmanlike conduct. Don't know who it's against, can't tell.
You know, sometimes with this later score, when it's kind of one-sided, it kind of gets emotions higher, you know.
Well, see if the official gives us an indication of what we have here. Yep, we got, okay, unsportsmanlike conduct against both teams. So they offset. So we got nothing really except the officials doing what they need to do and trying to control the ball game, you know, from getting out of hand. So good job by the officials to say, hey, guys, calm down.
Well, it's very vital for them to call that play because if they don't control them now, then they'll be giving that unsportsmanlike material into this game in the collegiate level or even the NFL level.
So the clock continues to run, coming down a minute to go here in the 3rd period from Meridian High School. All Meridian 35-0 here on IdahoSports.com. Lindley in at quarterback. Back to pass, throws underneath the coverage. It's complete out on the flat to number 11, who we don't have. No, that's not number 11, it's number 10. So that's Riley Quinlan. All right.
Quentin Riley.
Yep.
Yeah, it's getting really hard to see with the darker lighting in here. 46 seconds left in the 3rd quarter as well.
41-0. So I was just informed that in the 4th quarter it'll be a running clock right now because it's a 40-point margin. I think it's actually 35 points in the 4th quarter. They run the clock. And the kick is up. And this one is no good, wide left. So 41-0 with 46 seconds to go here in the 3rd period. And when we go to the 4th quarter, we'll have a running clock here tonight.
Meridian 41, Centennial 0.
Let's do this. Let's take a break, a little bit of a break. We take a 30-second commercial. We'll be right back here. Meridian trying to finish this one off. Go 2-0, or 1-1.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Wayne to see you back. Adam Bridges with you, and we are here. Push it up just a little bit more. There you go. Now you're getting it. I'm just watching our sound peak up there.
Yeah, I was trying to read the little tiny numbers with the dark lighting. I'm
We're on the roof here tonight, folks, and now it's dark, and we can't see our roster. So if somebody new comes in, and it's frustrating because I wish I knew who number 11 was. I apologize.
Yeah.
We came in today, saw the AD, and he said, here's the latest, the greatest, the updatest. You know, you can't get anything better than this, and bingo, number 11, a big night. So I hate when that happens.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate, especially for the player to not really have that credit that he very much deserves.
Yeah, no question. All right, here we go. And we got Rin kicking off. And Rin's kick. Got to take a couple of bounces. They're going to chase it into the end zone. Nope, they're going to let it go into the end zone. Good job that time. Good decision by number 28, and that, of course, is Clay Jr., to let that go into the end zone. And they'll get it at the 25-yard line.
Isn't the clock supposed to run if it's a
They never touched it. They never touched
okay.
it, yeah. It doesn't start till somebody touches it, and they'll put it at the 20. I said 25. That's college. 20-yard line. All right. Here we go. Horton at quarterback. Hands it off to Clay Jr. and nothing there. And he is stopped immediately by Big 55. We called his name so many times tonight. Carson Pinkerman, 6'2".
Flag on the play.
Well, we've had a lot of them tonight, haven't we?
You definitely know on that Saturday practice that they're definitely going to call out those very many flags, because even though they're winning by 41, it's going to be harder to keep those flags and win a game against a team like Rocky.
Yeah, and it was against Meridian, 5-yard penalty, and it had to be an offside. So 5-yard penalty is first down and 5 from the 25-yard line. Play action fake. Horton back to pass, and he did not get rid of it again. And he is brought down at the 20-yard line. It'll be second down and 10 from the 20. And again, that's the only knock. They're going to actually mark as forward progress at the 21. So it'll be second down and 9. But he has got to get rid of that football. He cannot hold on to it and then dance around there. Second down and 9. Clock running.
Loss of 3, second 8.
Let's see if they can get that play off. They're taking their time.
I think they'll just let it run.
Well, we'll see. 5 seconds, 3 seconds. And they're going to let the clock tick down. And it does. That's the end of the third period. So we'll take a break here at Meridian High School. We have played 3 periods, and our score is 41-0 Meridian over the Centennial Patriots. We'll be back right after this.
We're Valley-wide Country Store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Horizon Credit Union. Advertising sponsor, D1.
All right, we're getting ready for the fourth quarter here. Wayne DeZuve back. Adam Bridges with you from Meridian High School. And again, it's a 41-0 ball game as we head to the fourth period. And as I'm told, it'll be a running clock. We had that the other day when it got down to a 35-point margin in the fourth quarter when I was doing the Ridgeview game, and they ran the clock off in the final 5 minutes. Horton rolling to his right, and Horton again is going to throw it. Ill-advised pass, incomplete, but it was almost intercepted by Meridian. Wow.
Yeah, that was a very risky throw by him. That could have been way worse if they would have caught that and got that interception right there on they're in their own red zone.
So they call it, I thought they might call it intentional grounding. They were kind to Horton, and they didn't. They called it just an incomplete pass. So it'll be third down and 8.
Yeah, it kind of feels like Horton's trying to do too much in this game. I mean, maybe for the better, maybe for the worse, but right now it's kind of for the worse.
Well, there's no question he's been under pressure all night, but some of the decisions, you know you're under pressure. There, that time he got it off in a heartbeat, and he got it complete to Murphy out to the 37-yard line, and that's exactly what he had to do. There was pressure coming, but he quickly got it to Murphy within only, like 2 seconds or so.
Well, he's had some nice plays today where he's just been able to get it right to his receiver, and sometimes, like earlier in the game, it was a 40-yard pass that was just blatantly dropped by his receiver. But, it's a two-way game,
Well, he's playing a really tough Meridian defense, no question about it.
Yeah, it also makes it much harder with this pass rush to even get the pass off.
Clay Jr. up the middle for about 5. Nice little play right up the middle. Anytime you can get 4 or 5 yards on first down. I mean, the old days, remember the 3 yards in a cloud of dust type mentality? That's gone by the wayside. But still, when you can do that, that's pretty good. So second down and about 6, let's call it. Long 5. Hand it off again. This is Clay Jr. trying to kick it outside. He's got some speed. He's out to the 45 in the midfield. And let's see where they mark him out of bounds. Right at the 50. That's good for a first down, 7-yard pickup.
Looked like he absorbed a hit from Landon Easton, number 20, at the end of that play.
Right at midfield, 41-0. All Meridian tonight. Warriors bouncing back from that. I know for Meridian, a very disappointing and a little bit controversial loss to Mountain View.
Yeah, especially as a game opener. A lot of mistakes by both teams, but ultimately a really great game.
Horton hands it off right up the middle. And again, Clay Jr. again. So while we're watching this and kind of talking about this, let me check Twitter and see if there's anything going on here that I can talk about. Okay, at halftime, it is Mountain View leading Rocky Mountain 26-13 at halftime.
Oh, that's a shocker.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a shocker. I don't know how old that is, but that's the halftime score we have. We're in the fourth quarter, so I'm sure it's further along than that, but pretty interesting. Second down and 9 after a 1-yard run. Horton back to pass, looking, throws out in the flat, and overthrows his intended receiver, Clay Jr.
That's pretty interesting about Rocky Mountain versus Mountain View and Rocky, like being behind that much, because especially they were just the state champions last year.
Well, I got people asking me on Twitter now, so I'm trying to see if I can answer them and figure out how do you reply.
Isn't there a retweet button? Or you could press that little.
By a little bit of a offside there, so they're going to give 5 yards back to their. So I want to reply to this guy, and I think
you could just press that little note button.
Reply.
There you go.
Okay, and let me just do this. Zeke. Oh, come on. Why did the spell check do that? When you spell Zeke and it goes to Zeneca, why does it do that?
Especially, it's like, well, have you been typing Zeneca that much? Causing it to change that weird. Yeah, sometimes autocorrect could be very, very nice for you where you're just trying to quick type and it gets you what you want really quick, but sometimes it kind of just really hurts you, or it's just gets you some completely random word that you didn't even want.
Yeah. So I'm trying to multitask here. I don't even know how Malachi spells his name. Horton down the field, incomplete.
I think it's M-A-L-A.
M-A-L-A.
K-A-I.
K-A-I.
There we go.
Okay.
Teamwork.
Well, I'm telling you what, I'm having a hard time, with this. So I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to help out somebody out here.
Mm-hmm.
And so let me just say, it was fantastic. He was fantastic.
Yeah. It was very hard for me to read how to spell his name when I had to get my face 2 inches away from the paper to read it. Incompletion over the middle.
Okay, so I'm done now. I'm done being somebody else. Incomplete pass, that's going to turn it over on downs. The clock is running here. Matter of fact, it should be running. I don't know why it's not running. It needs to be running the whole time, even on a turnover.
Yeah. Well, because it is Mercy Rule, they normally just continuously just run it no matter what.
Yeah, even during timeouts and the whole bit, it doesn't matter. They just run the clock. So I'm kind of.
Apparently the scorekeeper didn't get the memo.
Yeah. Well, I think the Meridian guy wants to keep this game going.
Yeah. See how many points they could rack up as a team.
Yeah.
Kind of get those stats boosted up a little bit more.
But we're in that 40-point rule, and the clock just needs to run even on a change of possession.
Well, it's just much nicer, too, because the sportsman-like conduct.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree.
Yeah, because you don't want to put up, when it's clearly one-sided, you don't want to put up even more points to add some salt to the wound there.
No, absolutely. I mean, when you get to a place where you're down 41-0 in the fourth period, at Mercy Rule is everybody actually welcomes it. I mean, even the team down by 40, they're saying, okay, we get to play a little bit longer, but you know what? There's no way we're going to be able to come back. Handoff up the middle and right to midfield. And again, I got to see who the new runners are because I'm sure they're putting new people in there. Was that number 30? Yeah.
Well, that's the nice thing about these type of games at the end is that some new players who don't normally get some play time or aren't necessarily the starters are able to get some play time and actually just get on the field for their parents and stuff like that.
Riley Byington is the guy who ran the ball, so we're going deep down the roster right now. And we're up here on the roof with no lights, so I'm actually lighting up my roster so I can see these kids. And there goes Byington again. Look out. Wow. Byington all the way inside the 40 down to the 37-yard line. And he got ahead of steam, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what Byington is. He's 5'10", 185 pounds. He's a sophomore. Wow. Meridian's got some good people. And we had a flag now, so that's going to bring it back. But still, it was an impressive run.
It seems like nowadays the minimum to play college or high school football is a 180 weight limit. It just seems ridiculous. Like, some of these players are just getting so much bigger. It's kind of insane. Where are they feeding them, honestly?
Well, there was holding against Meridian that time, so Byington's run, which was so impressive. I mean, what I liked about it, he just got a head of steam up. He ran really hard. 2nd down and 12. Byington rolling to the left, handing out back to midfield, puts his head down and knocks some Centennial players off onto the sideline. Wow, that's a tough little kid. 185-pounder as a sophomore.
I was just thinking about this. Maybe they're feeding them the big Jets burgers to get them bigger.
There you go. They met that. You know what? I don't know that they want them in there because they would probably beat that challenge. They'd have their picture on the wall of fame at Big Jets, no question.
Yeah, they're always nervous when they see that lineman walk in at 250 pounds, just ready to dominate that competition.
So we got a lot of different folks coming in. And a 41-0 ball game. Player of the game, we'll talk about him a little later on after we take our break. Handoff again to Byington. Byington stood up. What a great tackle. That was just your form tackle, and that was number 23 for Centennial. Good job by Griffin Coleman.
Nice tackle.
Griffin Coleman got in there and just stood him up.
Yeah, it's always nice to have those type of plays on defense where you just kind of when they've been having their all they want on offense and just finally just getting that stop and really just showing them that they can't do everything they want.
Absolutely. All right, the clock's still running here, 3:40 to go. Everybody taking their time, running the whole play clock down, just trying to get this thing in the books.
Yeah, it's getting a little chilly up here now.
Oh, come on. The wind kind of kicked up again.
Yeah.
You were just used to that 81 degrees at kickoff.
Yeah.
Now it's like 68 degrees, and you're wimping out on me. Come on.
Well, it's kind of funny that we taped down our little rosters here, but didn't even need it because there wasn't that much of a breeze later on.
Lindley keeps it on the option, and he gets inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line. He'll pick up a Warrior first down as we go under 3 minutes to play in this football game. All Meridian, they are going to go 1-1, bouncing back nicely. And the big story tonight is Zeke Martinez. Zeke Martinez, the quarterback. Boy, a freshman coming in here, just doing a fantastic job. And, of course, he gave way when it became, I think, before 41. I think it was at 35, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He gave way to Lindley, and Lindley's in there. Lindley started the game and got the Meridian Warriors off to a 7-0 start. And then they brought Zeke Martinez, a freshman, in, the brother of Malachi Martinez, who started last week against Mountain View, got hurt. Here's Byington. He pounds his way all the way down to the 32-yard line. Goes out of bounds, but clock will continue to run.
Yeah, just about 2 minutes left in this game.
So Centennial goes to 1-1. They did get a win last week over Owyhee. Well, 2nd down and 3. Here comes Lindley. He was over at the sidelines talking to his head coach about things.
Luckily, you already know he's getting his conditioning still, no matter what, even later on in this game where they just keep on going back and forth.
2nd down and 3. Byington takes the handoff, puts the helmet down, pounds into a defender and pushes him back and gets the first down with a gain of 5 down to the 27-yard line. The clock down to 1:28 and counting.
Look at those new receivers coming in with their shiny back plates, trying to look all good for the people in the crowd, You can see it from here, yeah.
Yeah, they're getting their chance, man. Getting a chance to get in the ball game.
It's kind of funny. I used to think that it might be now, but I used to think that they had a rule where you weren't able to show your back plates. Apparently not anymore.
I didn't even have any when I played.
Whoa.
Bad snap. Lindley kind of gets the ball. He's way back. He's just going to try to run it best he can. Look at him. Weave through the defense.
Goodness.
Inside the 30 down to the 25-yard line. He actually made a gain of 2 on that play. And he started way back. Wow.
It's kind of crazy that a position that's mainly known for throwing is now kind of changing into this. You're expected to run now as well.
Yeah, he had to run that time. He had no choice. That snap went over his head, so he was in danger. And let's see if they get another play off. This will be the last play of the game. Lindley comes in, says something to the team. I wonder if they just take a knee here maybe too.
I'm
with
assuming
20 seconds to go.
Doesn't look like they're in victory formation.
They're not. They're not. Byington there. They handed to Byington, right side. Maybe Byington's going to try to get up the middle. He gets down to the 10 and out of bounds right there at the 9-yard line, and that's going to do it. So I'm pretty impressed there. Byington showing a lot of stuff.
Oh, it looks like they're stopping the clock there.
Why would they do that? Why would 5 seconds to go? Oh, there's a
No
flag.
clue.
There's
Yeah.
a flag on the play, but they're not supposed to stop it no matter what.
Yeah,
Even with the flag, they're
Yeah.
not supposed to stop it. And it's not a defensive penalty, so it could still end the game. And they should start the clock any second now and be done with it. They should not run another play. Yep, they run the clock. 4, 2, 1. That's going to do it. So we're going to take a timeout. We'll come back with our player of the game. 41-0. Meridian wins it tonight over the Patriots of Centennial. We'll be back at Meridian High School after this.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Yep.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It's 41-0. Meridian wins it. It's all over here, and as you can see, we've decided to go with Davis Thacker as our player of the game. What a night he had. I mean, he was all over the place, Adam.
Yeah, I mean, he had the touchdown early on. He had a really great, the very first drive was mainly just him. He had a really great 20-yard catch around there, broke a tackle, and ended up scoring for a around 15 to 20-yard touchdown on that. He even had a couple later great catches, and one of them was a Moss that didn't count on the 2-yard line at the very end near the third quarter. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, I think he did have 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns tonight for Davis Thacker. But you know what? We would be remiss if we didn't give honorable mention tonight, player of the game, to a freshman who came in the ball game.
Yeah.
It was simply fantastic. You know, I just couldn't believe what he did. Zeke Martinez, a freshman. He is the little brother of Malachi Martinez, who was injured last week, and, highly touted quarterback here at Meridian High School. And so what a family of quarterbacks they have at the Martinez household. And, it's going to be interesting to see. Obviously, Malachi's going to get his job back, but you know what? I guarantee you Zeke will give him some grief this whole week.
Yeah, I mean,
go back to the game night now, or go back to our final score, and we'll be
all right.
Perfect.
Oh, let me do this.
Yeah, you and I are learning some stuff together there. And that's a final now. Good job. You get the final in there and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Adam, you are cooking.
I'm learning a little bit.
You're cooking. But anyway, get back to Zeke. What a great job he did.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really great play by him. He really set the tone. Very first play. First play was from the 20 to 20.
Yeah. It's like a 50-yard, 60-yard deal.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, he did have really great plays, but I feel like Davis really he was setting the tone, from the very first play, from the very first drive. He just really set the tone in this game.
All right, that's going to do it for us. That's going to be all. 41-0 in favor of Meridian tonight. This has been an IdahoSports.com Game Streams production of Treasure Valley Idaho Game Night, presented by Mountain West Bank. Our major sponsors that make the coverage on IdahoSports.com possible include your local Toyota dealer, Toyota Let's Go Places, Valley-Wide Co-op and Country Stores, and Project Filter. Stop smoking, start living. We'd also like to thank our local advertisers tonight, the Power Boosters, Big Judd's, and Ultimate Heating and Air, and our webcast sponsors, including Bob's Bicycles of Boise, and again, Big Judd's. And congratulations one more time to Davis Thacker, our IdahoSports.com player of the game. Thanks for joining us. Again, Meridian defeating Centennial tonight.